Okay, this will be an interesting one if we can make it look good. Let's see how we go with it. We're not going to make it that contrasty. Okay, what is it? Something a little bit boring for me anyway. It says, give joy, shop 150 incredible gifts, more capitalism. We're going to use this back image as our copy, what we're going to use to make a fascinating looking image. We're going to just take this capitalist shit, we're going to make it into something more interesting than what it originally is. I like doing stuff like that. So even things I don't like or necessarily agree with, I often turn them into something a little bit more interesting than what they are normally in my mind. So now that looks interesting. We've lost her face, but that's all right. We don't need a face like hers. So I'm actually thinking, where's the centre of this job going to be? Wondering if it's going to be here or down there. But it looks interesting. We're going to do another one, or I'm trying to decide. I'm just going to throw this on the pile, the recycle pile, and just use this. So I'm wondering if that's going to be, or whether it's going to be that. It's hard to know. I can't decide all that easily, folks, how I'm going to do things. Sometimes I just, I sort of feel that's the better end, but for some reason my intuition's pointing me in a different direction. I'm going to just going to overlap the edge like I normally do with this shit. But at least something good comes out of this capitalist rubbish that we get, that we find so often. All this advertising shit, all these fine products that you can buy if you've got the money and the stupidity to buy it, because a lot of the time the shit we buy is not needed, or it's not even healthy, or it's just rubbish. I have very little respect for the capitalist status quo that we know these days. I really don't have any respect for it. Even the photocopier industry gets my middle finger. So, and I don't respect the photocopier industry, the status quo. I can't even work in the industry, and even if I didn't have the brain damage that makes me unable to work in a normal job, well, basically I'd still not fit in with the status quo of the industry, because the industry is all about making quick money, and trying to get away with as much rip-off as you can without getting caught, without, seeing how far you can go, how far you can push the money fucking envelope, see how much you can get away with before customers really get angry. And basically, I'm not going to let the photocopier industry get away with their shit. They're not, the buck stops with me as far as I'm concerned. I have no respect for the status quo, and the photocopier industry is something I really take abhorrence towards. The way that it's been set up to make money for the rich and to not care about people. And this machine's only going to last 5 years from when it was manufactured, or whatever it is. spare parts and consumables. And I'm not happy with that, because that means every 5 years I have to take out a new bank loan on a new photocopier. I can't afford that. I'd rather just keep getting it fixed indefinitely. I had to replace my old C353 because it broke down, and the service agreement was no longer in place because of Konica Minolta and their money fucking. And I had to take out a bank loan. This bank loan is going to take, now I just nudged the shit out of these, and the bank loan is going to take more than the machine's life to pay it. So it's going to be paid in 6 years' time, and I just got to hope that I don't need this machine for too long, because I can't afford to have to keep paying off a machine that is a year out of its use by date. You know, especially if it breaks down. So now enough about that. I think we've made this look interesting. So yeah, there you have it. Capitalism reimagined.